Arizona, we are continuing to follow this breaking news, rising water levels across the state. This is Oak Creek near Sedona. It is just incredible, all of the rushing water. So April, we're not done with this storm yet.
Absolutely not. It's a first alert weather day across Arizona. For the valley, particularly for the morning hours, I want to take you to Oak Creek right now. The latest hydrograph to be released here from the Colorado Basin River Forecast Center. This blue line is what has been observed. This is last week's peak, which was at 10.5 feet. This morning we saw a peak that was at about 13 feet, and it has started falling since then. I wouldn't pay attention to this forecast line here because I don't think that's accurate or updated in terms of this graph. But what we can see is we did see a crest earlier this morning, and the river levels have been falling since then. So it looks like we're down to about 10.5 feet right now after that crest earlier. But boy, what a rapid climb in the last 24 hours. Hey, here are those rainfall totals I promised you for the valley, and they are a wide range. We go from nothing measurable recorded in Ahwatukee and 1/100th of an inch at Sky Harbor to some very high amounts of rain in the higher elevations just north of town. 1 1/3 inches at Cave Creek and Carefree. The mountains just north of there have picked up 2 to 3 to almost 4 inches of rain in the last 2 days. For Anthem, you're at almost an inch. We've got about 1/4 of an inch in Deer Valley, and some impressive totals on the west side like Peoria at 2/3 of an inch. Buckeye about the same. We have very light rain though at Avondale and Glendale, and parts of the East Valley are generally around 1/10 of an inch, or in some areas less as well. Most of Scottsdale did not get 43/100ths of an inch. That's just north of that Loop 101. So a wide range of totals, just like we thought they would be. We continue to track the light rain right now pushing through town. Scattered showers bringing a few hundredths of an inch across most of the Valley metro area, and those will continue for a couple of more hours before we wind down for the afternoon hours. Steady showers though north of town, where again we're going to continue to see flooding concerns into at least the afternoon hours today, if not in some of these areas for days after this storm, because we've got both rain and snow. It's still rain in the White Mountains. We're seeing a switch over though along the 260 right near Heber Overguard over along the rim. Heavy snow coming down at Forest Lakes, Clintswell, up toward Flagstaff. We're seeing a little bit of a break right now, but along the I-17 south of town, some decent snow. A break now for Prescott. This storm's going to be winding down for you. Does not mean the danger is over. In fact, the cold air moving in means you're getting a few snow flurries in that area right now. But the heaviest of the rain we should be done with. Still, the river levels, creeks, washes continue to rise with so many watches and warnings in effect all across the state. Go to azfamily.com for the latest on all of those. Here's where the front is right now as this pushes into eastern Arizona. We're getting some windy conditions along with that, especially in eastern Arizona. For the valley, we're breezy. We're in the low 60s. We're going to stay in the low 60s throughout the day ahead of us. I think this rain tapers off, though. By lunchtime, we'll get some sunshine later today, but it will stay cool. We've got a nicer warm up and dry weather by the weekend.